This is Tim Haggerty with the Virtual Training Company going through C++ Fundamentals video series. Array types. Array types, this is just kind of a confirmation that they are exactly the same, simple arrays. Now we're not talking about C++ containers, we're talking about plain old C arrays. They have come on through the language into C++ from C. Basically, always the way they have been in C. We can have multiple dimensions. If we use a null terminator, we can treat an array as a C string. And there you have an example of a single dimension string. And here we have a character called greet equal to hello. And we have HELLO, and since that's a string, there's our null at the end of it. We have 6 characters, and they're element 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then element 5 is the null. Now remember that when you're in an array type, like this, you cannot have the bounds checking that you might like to have. Arrays have to have all the same data type in each element. They're homogeneous, so they are not made up like structures of characters and floats and ints and things like that. They will be all ints, all floats, all characters, all the same data type. They are stored in contiguous memory. They're very fast to access, so if you don't need all the fancy work of a vector and some of those other things like being able to resize it dynamically or insert items into the middle or add to the end or push to the front and things like that, then you can use an array. But there are much better containers now than arrays, like the vectors that we looked at, lists and queues and other containers, which down deep under the covers still use the arrays that we know and love, but give us better access, better methods, safer access. Remember, there's no bounds checking. You can run right off the end of an array, and usually you won't know that you did it until runtime because the compiler doesn't always tell you that you're out of bounds. It just depends on the compiler. So that's just a basic fundamental of array types. They're still there, but probably not what you're going to want to use. You're going to want to look into the C++ containers more deeply and understand them better. And go take a look at the vectors video that we did to kind of explain how much better they are. Array types.